We're back onto the phone because the camera's dead. We've broken down. Yay! Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us for our next video. And today we start with a problem with the bus. We've just come to do a move. We're off to an event at Yorkshire Wildlife Park for their Illuminations, and we've just come around to do all our moving checks, all the lights and everything, and our tail lights and side lights are off. So we need to make a repair to that before we set off, because obviously it's going to be dark when we get there, and I don't fancy having no tail lights or side lights. So the fuses for the tail lights and the rear lights are actually on a fuse wire, which is these things, if you can see it here. Very thin wire, not traditional fuses, so I need to fiddle that into the actual clips to make sure that the lights are going to work. So let's crack on with that and see how we get on. So we're going to get rid of this fuse wire, and then we've got to thread it through, and the fuse comes down here into these two little connectors here. So it's the first time we've done this. I'm going to get my arm in the right place. So this one pushes down like so into there, and then this pushes down into there. And wrap these around like the other side. I think this is right because the other ones are wrapped around like so. Give it a pinch. Ooh. And then push this one in properly. We'll wrap around the bottom. Give this one a little trim, and then wrap that around. So now we've got that fuse wire in there. Let's have a look. Just there, look. Hopefully that will do the trick. So let's go and start bus up and see how we're looking. So let's get the isolator turned on and see if we can get the side lights and tail lights working. So it's these lights here, this one here that's not working, and the tail lights are completely off. I think because that fuse has gone. It's a bit windy today, so sorry if it's a bit muffly on the sound. Let's get this isolator on and see how we get on. Right. Let's have a butchers. Hoping it works, because obviously we can't take the bus if not. Obviously you need your tail lights and your side lights on to be able to move. So let's go and see what power we've got, and hopefully we've got them back working. Let's have a butchers. That's all the lights turned on, which normally we don't do if the engine's not running, but hey, so we've got two side lights. Might be hard to see on here, but they are back on there, which is a result. Then we'll just check the rear lights at the back to see if they're working, which they are. Hallelujah, that was an easy fix. But yeah, keep the fuse wire on the bus because we didn't have any, so luckily we found some and we're all sorted. So first stop is off to the petrol station. Go and put some diesel in so we've got a full tank before we set off down into Doncaster. Fuel's come down in price, still quite expensive in Rotherham from where we're at the minute. It's 157.9 I think, when I drove past earlier in the car. So we'll go and put some fuel in. Checked all the oils and waters, they're all good. So we'll go and put some fuel in and see what that is. How much we've burnt this week. Anyone got a guess how much we spent? Put it in the comments below. Let's have a look. I reckon about 25. Right, that's to the top at £23. So a taxi home from Magna to Romarsh, where we were staying in the bus, was £16.70. So say we did all the running around in this and you had your bed to get straight into, I don't think that's a bad price at all. So not too bad fill up that, 23 quid, 14 litres. So we just got to Yorkshire Wildlife Park just before it got too dark, which is great. So we have parked in the coach park, which is absolutely massive. So if you have got a larger vehicle, they have got lots of parking that you can use to make sure you can park up when you're here, which is fab. It's the Illuminations event tonight. I don't particularly know too much about it. I look on YouTube from like last year's event. It only started yesterday. Today's Saturday. It obviously started yesterday on the Friday, so it'll be exciting to see what they've got. It looks fantastic, very bright, very colourful, so I think the kids and me and the car are really going to enjoy it. So see what we'll have to do. The only issue with the coach park here is there's no path from the coach park to the actual entrance of the park. I get it, because obviously when the coaches come, they drop off in the bus stop, come around the car park and park up. But if you're coming with a larger vehicle where you can't park in the normal car park, you have got to then walk along the road to get to the wildlife park. It's not a big deal, but when you've got 4 kids, especially when you've got someone like Poppy and Luna that like to go running off, it can be a bit challenging. So we're all parked up just there. If you can see the bus, it's getting really dark really early. So we'll see how we get on, and looking forward to this. So the other really cool thing about Yorkshire Wildlife Park is that they've got loads of shops outside, like in the foyer. They've got like restaurants, cafes, like bespoke shop, clothing shops, crafty shops, which is great. So it's not just if you're not here just for the wildlife park, there's things to do on the outside as well. It's definitely a very good experience. It's very well lit up as well in this bit. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like on the inside. So we're just going to get us tickets and we'll see where we go from there. So we're about halfway through the experience, like the event, and we just sort of come down to like a fun fair, coffee shop. We've got some mulled wine, some warm cider, spice cider, which is very nice.
We had hot chocolate.
We had hot chocolate and hot.
And loads of cream.
Yeah.
And a flake on the top.
That's good, and a hot dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good so far. It's huge. I didn't realise how big it actually was.
I thought it was like going to be like a certain section.
Yeah, so I thought it might be like the first half of like the park when we've been here to see the animals, but it's the whole thing. I'm only halfway around it now, and it's fantastic. Some of the displays are unbelievable.
I like the space one.
The space ones are very good. We've done half the space one, and I think we'll do the other half on the way through. So yeah, very impressed so far. Definitely worthwhile event, and I just found out it's actually on till January. I will put in the description the dates that this is on from, and two, if you got anyone who wants to come down and have a look. So it is fantastic. It's such a lovely way to spend your evening with the family and enjoy the outdoors. It's not overly cold today either. I had more out when I came out, but it's quite wild, which is great. We've seen some friends from school here as well, which has been great. So yeah, let's go and crack on and see some more of what Yorkshire Wildlife Park's got to offer at the Illuminations event.
A few moments later.
So we're back onto the phone because the camera's dead. We've broken down. Yay! In the car park of Yorkshire Wildlife Park. Didn't get very far. The throttle cylinder has popped. So I have no throttle, and it is popped where it's actually leaking the fluid out of the cylinder straight into the engine, so there's no pressure, which is great. Weirdly though, it is a mini slave cylinder. £17 on eBay for one of these. So I'm gonna have to find one either locally sourced tomorrow or order one and get it put on. Not ideal, not at all. So I need to get it back out the car park into the coach park. I'm going to use a shoelace to put the bus just over tick off on the engine so I can get it into gear and then just crawl it round out of the way, and we'll go from there. Not what I needed today at all, but it is what it is. Part of living on the bus and another problem to sort. This one I can't fix very easily though, I need a part. So let's get this shoelace on and see how we get on. Right, so let's put a loop in this, I think. Always when it's cold. So I'll put it around that. Tuck that in. And then we need to pull that back so slightly so it keeps the pressure on. So that's full throttle. We want to be just off tick off, so I reckon about there. So about there, I think. Right, let's put that down there. So that's slightly on. Let's put another rip around. no use of a shoelace at though, isn't it? Right. Let's see if we can get her started up. Thank you, Phoebe. Get her started up and see how we get on. So the shoelace trick has worked. The bus is starting and I've got a little bit of throttle. I'm not going to be able to use my throttle. There's a little bit there, but not much. Right, back door's closed and lid's down. That's as fast as we're going. So we're toggling on at 6 miles an hour. This is fine.
Which is fine because we're in a car park.
We're in a car park.
Where the max speed is 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's 20, Nicole.
Oh, is it here?
It's 20 miles an hour here. Well, at least we've got around that corner. I've got the smallest bit of throttle, but it's just going to be peeing out the fluid out the back.
At least we're blowing off a bit.
I'll go for second, you ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm into second, that means we're going 10 miles an hour. We're going to get to this 20. To be fair to Yorkshire Wildlife Park, spoke to Ian, the security guard that's going around doing the patrols in the car. Top bloke. Said just park yourselves in the coach park. The bus will be fine till the morning there. And then we'll just deal with it from there. Which is really kind of them. And do you know what a good company. Just totally gets our situation and just said, look, we'll get it sorted. So Ian's just in the coach park now. It's just checks that it's all clear around for us, which it looks to be because he's in there. So we're just going to keep crawling around. But yeah, we found the part online and it's a £17 mini part for the clutch cylinder. So all fun and games. It always happens when it's late and dark and cold. Never happens when it's 30 degrees, beautiful sunshine, glorious sunshine. I've just got to figure out how to get round onto the junction again. There is cars behind me that are going to be getting quite annoyed, but it is what it is. Oh, there's a little side road there. That's alright. But at least we got here. And it did happen on the motorway on the way home. And we've got food in and we've got water. So we're doing alright. We'll park out of the way up here. Get the bus off. Right, the shoelace worked, which is fantastic. Would you like just to open up the back door for me, please? It's pitch black here though on this bit, so let's get everything turned off. But that shoelace has worked. I'm sorry about the phone quality, but my camera's died when we've been filming inside the wildlife park. God, it's like going back a year to really bad camera quality, Nicole. Here's Nicole, I'm in the pitch black, checking next week to see if we've got the bus fixed or if I'm still sat in a car park. See you on the next one.